speaking of movies, I love it when these lists come out because they kill me, of things that never happened to you and I. These are only in the movies. These are things that only happen in Hollywood, California. They never happen to you and I. I've never bumped my head and gotten amnesia and forget my entire life. But in the movies, you can do that. You bump your head.
I've never actually known anybody with amnesia. You see, the soap operas like it, and it does happen in the movies. Any of y'all ever known anybody to actually come down to be diagnosed with amnesia and not remember? And I'm not talking like Alzheimer's.
That's different.
It's different. Amnesia.
And
not remember anything.
I don't think I've ever known anyone with amnesia.
I've never known a real life person with amnesia.
I did, maybe I wouldn't remember.
But the cool thing about having amnesia, you can hide your own Easter eggs.
Honky.
It works that way.
Yeah, it does. I've never, and I don't think any of you have either, been stuck in an elevator with someone that you couldn't stand, and by the end of it all, you're in love with them.
No.
Just in the just in the ride down, you fall in love. I've never collapsed on my car horn. Notice they always collapse on the car horn. I've never found myself on top of a moving train.
You haven't?
I've never rushed to the airport to stop the woman I'm in love with, and, you get to the gate, you see her plane pulling away, you feel empty inside, but, of course, she's standing right behind you. She decided at the last minute not to get on the plane.
We ought to act out that scene at the airport one morning.
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
Since, airports these days have such a sense of humor.
Yeah.
We ought to go to relieve a little stress and act out that scene. That'd be very funny.
You couldn't get through the gate today.
What?
There's no way you could catch her. You couldn't get through the gate today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your love life would be wrecked and ruined. You couldn't get to her. You couldn't with all the high security.
These are things that never happen in real life, only in the movies. I've never seen a bunch of homeless guys standing around a flaming trash can singing doo-wop and wearing gloves with their fingers cut off. Have you ever seen that? I've never seen that. Let me see. I've never closed the medicine cabinet door and someone in the mirror is standing there that wasn't there 3 seconds ago. Never had that happen. I've never been talked through a life-saving operation by a doctor over the phone. This is what you do. I've never had that happen before. I've never been talked through defusing a bomb over the telephone either, or landing a plane.
Well, I have.
Those are three things you always get in the movie: the life-saving operations, the bomb, and the plane. Let me see. I've never poisoned someone's drink, only being put in the awkward position of then having to drink it myself. Never had that happen. It's only in the movies.
What about when the bad guy puts on like the clothes of whoever he's captured, to get away?
Yeah, like the janitor.
And it fits perfectly every single time, like it was tailor-made. It's never baggy, it's never droopy, never too tight.
And last but not least, I've never been in a struggle with somebody and the gun we're wrestling over goes off, but neither of us know that we've been shot until we get up, start walking, and then we fall over and realize, oh my God, I'm bleeding. I think you kind of know when you've taken a bullet to the chest, typically.
Has your car ever rolled and exploded into flames?
No, never. No. Nor have I ever seen that happen in real life.
If you see one roll, it's going to end up in flames.
Uh-huh.
You ever notice how those cars sometimes in those movies just go through hell? And then in the next scene, there's not a scratch on them.
Oh,
You
yeah.
ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Still running.
I've also noticed that any time they eat something in a movie, it's always to carry out Chinese food.
They left to eat out of those little boxes.
They're always eating out of the little boxes. That's the only thing they eat in movies.
Yeah.
Or when they buy groceries in movies and bring it home, they always have French bread.
A French bread is sticking out of the top.
Always.
That's true. Sticking out of the top, yeah.
They do eat a lot of Chinese food, though.
They do.
You know the most often uttered phrase in a movie?
What?
Most often uttered phrase in a movie.
I love you.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that before. Let's get
out of here. Said in more movies than anything else.
The other thing that I've never said to a person in real life, but you see it in movies all the time, is that old "make yourself at home while I slip into something more comfortable." Then you only get that in the movies. You never said that.
You've said that to me before.
Well, it's a or this town isn't big enough for the both of us.
No, what you said to me was make yourself comfortable while I slip home. That's what you said.
That's totally different.
That's what you've said to me before.
Listener Jim wants to comment on things you only see in the movies before the break. Hello, Jim.
Hi there. How about no seat belts or lap belts on car chases? And then the cops that are chasing somebody 6 blocks and they're never winded.
Yeah, they'll run, but they're never winded.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you. They never put on their seatbelts. You never do see that.
It's not very safe.
You don't even notice seatbelts in the cars.
Yeah.
I like the old movies where they weren't as fancy, and they weren't really outside driving. They're just sitting there behind the dashboard and the steering wheel, and the scene moves behind them.
I love that.
Don't you
Yeah.
love that? They're driving along, you
Like
know.
Toonses on Saturday Night Live.
Exactly, just like Toonses. And you see the scene moving. Usually their hair's not even blowing.
Yeah.
Or they got a hat on and they're driving along.
My other favorite thing that is so terribly unrealistic, if you are sleeping and the phone rings at 2:30 in the morning, don't you typically just reach over and grab the phone? What do you? 2:30, you're groggy. You reach over, you grab
I
the phone.
always turn on the lamp and then
Who turns the light on first?
I always do that.
Quick! Hello? Who does that? Nobody does that.
Ooh, and also in sitcoms, their couch is always sitting right in the middle of the living room. It's never, in normal houses, do you know anyone who has a couch just in the middle of it?
It's usually up against a wall.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But in every sitcom, the couch is just in the middle of the room.
In the middle of the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that one.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know.
But as difficult as it is in
Excuse me?
in real life for people, for example, to land an airplane, and you'll hear them talk someone over the phone and tell them how to land a 747 jet.
Anybody ever gone into labor and actually run in the kitchen to boil water?
No.
I don't know what is that for?
They always do that on TV or in the movies. Somebody boil some water. What are you having, tea? You making coffee? Birth this baby.
Luke is on the phone. I don't know. It might be Luke Duke. He wants to comment on the Dukes of Hazzard. Hello, Luke.
How you doing?
What's up, bro?
Nothing much, man.
Go ahead.
I just like to say, like on Dukes of Hazzard, you'll see him do like an 80-foot jump, and you see the whole entire frame completely buckle and break. And then they switch the camera, and there they are doing 100 miles an hour with a perfect charger.
With no problem after that.
And some idiot is going to see that, especially on Dukes of Hazzard, and then try it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this.
Famous last word.
Dave, good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Hey, go ahead, man.
I always wanted to take off chasing a female just to see if she really will trip and fall.
Because they always do.
They always do. I don't know why. Like, there's always nothing to trip over.
But they're
That's
down.
right.
Thank you, Dave, for the phone call. See ya. Yep, the girl always falls in the forest.
I like the old westerns, too. And they never had to use the bathroom. I mean,
I thought about that
Hoss
once.
Cartwright never said to Little Joe, I'll be right back, I got to go pee.
Yeah.
On Bonanza.
Because they kind of, in that movie City Slickers,
Yeah.
they kind of made fun of how in westerns you
don't.
never see him go to the bathroom.
Ever.
So they did a funny scene about going to the bathroom out in the middle of that. You never see it.
Never see it.
It's goofy.
Carla, final word on things you don't see in real life but see in the movies. Hi, Carla, go ahead.
Hi, yeah. In karate movies, there's always one guy fighting 20 guys and beats every one of them, and then he gets the ultimate guy, the one, and he can't beat him at all.
Right, he can take care of the other 20. That's true, because they do that in not just in karate movies.
But that last one kicks his butt.
Yeah. You'll see, Mel Gibson take on 20 guys in a Lethal Weapon movie with no problem. Then he has a problem with the one guy.
The narrow scratch on his face.
Thank you, Carla, for the phone call. See.